What's up, guys? DLE Kamel here, and something pretty interesting that I did not expect and that we had no further information on. There's a new EX structure deck in Duel Links today, and that is 1000 Illusion. And there are some very interesting things about this structure deck that are different from other EX structure decks. So guys, if you liked the video today, please remember, like, leave a comment, and subscribe onto the review. So 1000 Illusion, right off the bat, let's look at what's different. It does cost 1000 gems like other EX structure decks. However, there is a special release celebration for this specific structure deck in which the price is $2.99, but you can also see that the base price of this deck is $4.99. This is much cheaper than the other EX structure decks, and if we actually go back and take a look at some other EX structure decks like Cyber's Code, what? This is $5 now? What? They've changed all the EX structure deck prices. What? It wasn't always like that, guys. The EX structure decks were $7. Did I miss something that they changed? You know, I'm just gonna go over here really quickly. I hope I'm not bugging out, bro. Did they ever change your first purchase discounted price? Guys, did I miss that? Let me know if I ever missed that they lowered all EX structure decks to $5. However, moving on, 1000 Illusion. This deck is pretty interesting because it is some DM support. The last DM support box we got was the Gaia structure deck, and this one actually offers some pretty, pretty interactive cards from the TCG, then giving access to the Millennium Eyes Restrict or the Relinquish archetypes, something that hasn't not seen a bunch of support before. We did get Millennium Eyes Restrict in, I believe, the Wizardry box, which was like the second or third mini box of 5D's World. So it's been a while, and a lot of these support cards, they were pretty cool. First, we're gonna get Millennium Eyes Illusionist. So this is a level 2 monster, and it says quick effect. Very nice. You could discard this card. It's a hand trap. Then target one effect monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to an Eyes Restrict fusion monster or Relinquish you control as if it were equipped by that monster's effect. If an Eyes Restrict fusion monster or Relinquish monster special summon, add this card from your graveyard to your hand. This is not optional. Very nice. So not only can you discard this card to essentially proc your Eyes Restrict effect again, which those monsters do have the ability to take one of your opponent's monsters. So this is going to allow you to take an extra monster when you have your Eyes Restrict monster on the field, and then when you summon an Eyes Restrict monster, if this card has already been used in the graveyard or it's there for whatever reason, you'll be able to get instant access to it right back. That is going to be absolutely insane, although it's not going to be in the graveyard because I guess they don't want you to save it, they want you to use it up instantly. That is pretty nice. So next we're going to be getting Relinquish Fusion. This is a quick play fusion spell. Very, very nice. We don't have many of these in Duel Links. Fusion summon one Eyes Restrict fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing materials from your hand, field, and or graveyard during your main phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one effect monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to an Eyes Restrict fusion monster or Relinquish you control as if it were equipped by that monster's effect. You can only use each of these effects once per turn. So whoa, this is pretty sick. So you can fuse by banishing from the graveyard, and then you can banish it from the graveyard. However, you can't fusion summon and then use its graveyard effect in the same turn, so you have to wait a turn to use its graveyard effect, and you must do it during your main phase. And then essentially you're going to get another equipped from your opponent. You're going to suck up another one of your opponent's monsters. So you're getting a suck from, you know, the fusion monster that you summon, which we're going to talk about. Then you're going to get a suck from the fusion next turn, and if you have Illusionist in their hand, then you're going to get another suck. So you're going to be able to take control of up to 3 of your opponent's monsters as long as you have spell and trap card zones free. That is going to be pretty insane. So let's take a look at some of the filler here. These are pretty interesting. Something is very interesting. We actually do not have access to Thousand Eyes Idol outside of the structure deck. I thought that was very interesting, and I guess there was no purpose in the card coming because we didn't have Thousand Eyes Restrict, so a 0 attack point monster that I guess they didn't see purpose to put in the game. So yeah, let's take a look. Oh, found Golden Eyes Idol. We didn't read him. All right, once per turn, quick effect. You can activate this card. You can activate this effect. Look at your opponent's hand. Also, this card's name becomes Thousand Eyes Idol until the end phase, so it will take the name of this card once it uses its effect. If this card is banished or sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls. Equip that effect monster to 1 Eyes Restrict or relinquish monster you control that cannot be normal summoned. While equipping this effect, that monster gains attack equal to the attack of the equipped monster. Wow. So this is very nice. So this is saying, dude, as soon as you use this for a fusion, whether it's in the graveyard or on the field or in your hand, as soon as it gets sent to the graveyard or banished, you get another suck. So boom, your fusion next turn, but on the turn that you fusion summon, you're going to be getting Golden Eyes Idol, you're going to be getting Millennium Eyes Illusionist, and then we're going to talk about these fusion monsters. First, we're going to talk about the one we already have, Millennium Eyes Restrict. So this is Relinquished plus an effect monster. So I assume you will just play Relinquished like in the deck just so you can use it, fuse from the hand with your quick play fusion. And then we're going to say, and it says here, once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Equip that target to this card you control. This card gains attack and defense equal to that equipped monsters. Monsters with that equipped monster's original name cannot attack. Also, their effects on the field and their activated effects are negated. Whoa. So you could actually use this very, very creatively. So you don't always have to take control of your opponent's big bad monster. You can actually seek to take control of one of your opponent's starters or something that they will need to activate again, and then you can take control of that, have it in your spell and trap card zone, and then when your opponent attempts to start their combo again or activate something like that, you can just straight up deny it. Something I'm thinking along the lines of is, you know, Salamangreat Baelinx, man. If you take Salamangreat Baelinx, will you be able to? Yeah, why not, dude? You can take Baelinx, you're gonna take it, no field spell, they're gonna try to Baelinx again. Their effects are negated with the same name, no Baelinx field spell. You know, that's just one of many things you're gonna be able to do with this. On the trade-off is you don't get a suck on your turn when you want. You have to wait for when your opponent activates a monster effect, and that is where these cards actually come in really nicely to give you some advantage on your own turn. You're gonna have guaranteed now Golden Eyes Idol and Illusionist on the turn you fusion summon, and then next turn you will have Relinquished Fusion. So very, very nice. And Thousand Eyes Restrict, which you'll be summoning this too. Other monsters on the field cannot change their battle positions or attack. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls, equip that target to this card. You can only equip one monster at a time to this card with this effect. Ooh. This card's attack and defense becomes equal to that equipped monster's. If this card would be destroyed by battle, destroy that equipped monster instead. Okay, very nice. I like that because Thousand Eyes Restrict says only one card with this effect. That means the other effects, which, you know, they say you can take control, they will also be allowed to equip onto Thousand Eyes Restrict and add to their attack points, which is very nice. Other monsters on the field cannot attack or change their battle positions. I guess that is the trade-off for being able to take control of a monster on the field when you want. With Thousand Eyes Restrict, you're going to be locked out of other monsters attacking, which is why, you know, you don't always have to go for this. I think this is going to be the second option once you have like Millennium Eyes Restrict already out, you know, negating a very good monster's effect. So, dude, honestly, I am pretty positive about this structure deck, dude. I think that all of the cards in it work very well together, and you're going to have the Dark Hexil Fusion here. I guess this is going to be able to substitute for Relinquished, but the thing is, I think that it would just be better to run Relinquished. All right, so a good friend of mine who just got KOG with this deck upon release sent me his deck list, so let's take a look at it together, and let's see what's going on here. So they are playing 2 Relinquished. They are playing 3 of the new monsters, as they should, right? They are super powerful, giving you advantage on every fusion summon. And all they did was throw in some back row and Crackdown, and they are playing Black Illusion Ritual, I guess, because Relinquished effect is worth bringing out. And if you do have spare Thousand Eyes Idol in your hand, you will be able to make use of them to make Relinquish. So I actually want to take a look at that skill, Thousand Eyes Illusion. Let's do that. All right, so Thousand Eye Illusion. Let's see it. If you control Thousand Eyes Idol, you can use one of the following effects once per turn. Return one card from your hand to the deck and set one Black Illusion Ritual or one Polymerization to the field from the deck. Only one copy of cards with the same name can be set during the duel with this skill. Then you can add one Relinquish to your hand from the deck. Return one monster from your hand or the field to the deck, and then play one Bickery Box from the extra deck. The skill can only be used if you begin the duel with the deck that, excluding extra deck, that contains no monsters other than a total of at least 10 level 1 spellcaster type monsters, or monsters with Relinquish in their text. Whoa, quite the interesting skill. So I don't know if this is new or not. There's none of the new cards are on this, but Thousand Eyes Idol. Well, we know Thousand Eyes Idol is Thousand Eyes Idol, but we also know, boom, our new boy, Golden Idol, becomes Thousand Eyes Idol when they're on the field. So let's read that again. If you control Thousand Eyes Idol, you can control the Golden Idol as well. You can return a card, then set Black Illusion Ritual or Polymerization. Okay, this is very good because it's going to give you instant access to Relinquish or Millennium Eyes Restrict right off the bat, because you will have the materials for Relinquish, being Thousand Eyes Idol, on the field for the Ritual Summon, and you'll be able to use that. And if you have Golden Idol, you will get a suck onto your Relinquish. And if you use the Fusion Summon, although you won't be using the Quick Play, you'll still get very good value off of, you know, your Fusion Summon, as long as you're using, you know, Golden Eyes Idol, or you have the other one in your hand, the Millennium Eyes Restrict, the hand guy, Illusionist. So guys, in conclusion, just to talk about what I think about the deck as a whole, I think that this is one of the most interesting decks that they have released in a while, and I think that this one is probably one of the most complete, competitive, ready decks. It's definitely coggable right away, I think, by buying 3 structure decks and putting whatever good background you have in here. Like seen here, I do think that you can make a very solid deck. As I said, it can get cog, and I think, you know, if you want, you take it a little farther than that if you find it fun. The skill really complements the deck. I feel like Konami really, for once, they really did a good job at giving this deck access to cards that it will be able to use enough so it can synergize and really have, you know, viability through the early game and the mid game. A lot of these link summoning decks right now, they are seeing like viability and recovery that a lot of these older decks don't have. They run out of steam often, and this deck has the support to keep up with it. So I would be very interested to see what people do with this deck. Guys, I hope you appreciate the deck list. Let me know what you think about Thousand Illusion. Is that what it is called? Thousand Illusion, in the comments, guys. I will see you on Twitch TV sometime this week. Peace out.